Snap reported quarterly financial results that disappointed stock market investors. And of course, I'm not happy about that because I've had Snap stock rated as a buy all year long here in 2025, and the stock is down almost 34% year to date in 2025. It's been one of my worst ratings this year. But I wanted to review and share with you the details from the company's latest financial results and update my recommendation here and let you know if I think this is a buying opportunity on the dip or if we should finally give up on Snap and move on to other investments. Let's jump into the details. Right, so Snap, in its recently completed quarter, which ended on June 30th, 2025, reported $1.344 billion in revenue, and that was up 9% compared to the same quarter last year. Among all social media companies, including Meta platforms, Pinterest, and Reddit, Snap reported the slowest revenue growth in the most recent quarter. The other social media companies reported revenue growth. Meta platforms and Pinterest reported revenue growth closer to 20%, while Reddit reported revenue growth closer to 60 to 70%. So Snap reporting revenue growth of just 9% compared to other social media companies was a real disappointment. Additionally, Snap reported losses in monthly active users from the United States and Canada, a very lucrative category that generates the highest average revenue per user, while rivals including Meta platforms, Reddit, and Pinterest all reported increases in that geography. So it looks like Snap is falling behind in the social media industry. It looks like its product is not as viable as competitors. Now, I'll share with you some anecdotal evidence. As you might already know, I teach university classes and I have hundreds of students, usually every semester. And I typically have students do a stock market research project. And one of the companies I had my students follow earlier in 2025 was Snap. And they reported back. And during the presentation, the students talked about how they don't use Snap anymore and their friends are not using Snap. And I found that to be interesting. And I ran a little informal survey in the classrooms, asking the classrooms to raise their hands if they agreed with what the presenters were saying. And they seemed to all agree that Snap is now less attractive and their generation are not using Snap as frequently as they previously were. Click the link below to watch the full video.